Who next, Eddie?
And
when?
sorry?
Who next and when?
July, I think.
Not the 9th, presumably.
What, sorry?
Not the 9th.
Probably the 9th. Probably the 9th. But we'll see. It was always going to be the 9th, but we'll see. We were looking at a lot of fighters prior to Martin to look at, and a lot of the guys, one of our thoughts behind the decision making was they're all at a similar level to Martin. So why fight one of those when we can just fight Martin? So, you know, we'll have to look at the top 15. A lot of the guys are taking up. Takan's fighting Martin. Pulev's fighting Chisora. So that's 4. Ustinov's in there. He's fighting Ortiz. So, you know, it's interesting. But, you know, our job over the next couple of weeks, I think, you know, firstly is he's going to have a lot of media obligations, unfortunately, for him over the next 48, 72 hours. Then I think he needs a little week, 10 days. And then if he's ready and if the trainer's ready, I don't see no reason why not get back to early July.
Is that not an odd one going head to head with when obviously Tyson Fury is going to be fighting Vladimir Klitschko?
Things can always change that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're in a good spot. National Stadium. You know, that was our plan. So
Really?
yeah. July 9th, that was I didn't tell you a little bit excited. That's the plan. But again, look, I mean, it might not make sense. That was why Sky turned down the Fury Klitschko fight, because Barney Francis wouldn't make a decision until after tonight, and they see AJ as a future. So they weren't going to make any move on dates until we knew where he was going to be.
So if you still got to work out Barney, they would go ahead to him on the night.
Yeah, he's keen.
Judging
by his reaction tonight. Yeah.
Eddie, Anthony won't lower himself. Are you surprised by that kind of muck?
Well, how can you call it slow and ponderous? I mean, he was sensational in the first round, and he walked him onto a right hand that he didn't even see. So I'm not sure how it was slow. I mean, Tyson Fury did a great job winning against Vladimir Klitschko. It was an absolutely awful fight, and I'm not sure how good the second one will be. But when you watch him fight, you get value for money.
You talked about Anthony before, yesterday. You talked about him transcending the sport. Just how excited are you? You said you can't believe he's so underwhelmed with becoming a new heavyweight.
Well, put it this way: at the public workout on Monday, he stayed for an hour and a half and signed autographs and photos. At the weigh-in, he did it yesterday, and he did it after the fight tonight. Although it was probably more like an hour and 10 minutes, which was a bit disappointing for him, really. But he's not doing that to try and score brownie points. He's doing that because that's how he feels like people should be treated or fans should be treated. So that doesn't happen, you know. But you finally got someone. I believe. When was the last time in boxing we had a role model that young children wanted to be like? Or when was the last time a parent wanted the child to be like a certain kind of fighter? If I had a son and he said to me, I want to be just like Anthony Joshua, I'd be quite pleased with that. If your son turned around and said, I want to be like Tyson Fury, what would you say?
Anthony, it seems that your style and your bearing as champion is important to you.
Sorry?
It seems as if the way you conduct yourself as champion is going to be very important to you.
No, just be myself. In that way, there's no regrets. You know, it's not a role. As I always say, boxing is not a popularity contest at the same time. It is about talent and hard work. But just be yourself. You know, that's the main thing, and people will always accept you for who you are. And that's all I've been from day one. And the people seem to take to it, so I don't see myself changing into any role. It's great to be champ, it's great to be who I am as well, and that's a bonus.
Eddie, have you got any feedback from the States how this went down?
Yeah, I had Showtime and HBO both text me within 2.3 seconds saying, let's talk. So it's about time now we cracked the American market in terms of a TV deal. This was his first fight tonight on American TV on Showtime. We thank them for their support. They'll get first crack, they were the ones that stuck their hand in their pockets. But, you know, I think any global fighter and needs a US TV deal as well. And you know, I think probably after the next fight, we'll be looking to take Anthony out there, not necessarily to fight, but just go and meet some people, and because they're going to love him in the States.
What